Hey, so today's my busy day, and I am going to Sandpoint, which is an hour away, and I'm already running late because I slept and didn't want to get up. So, let's go. When you get to the place you're going and you don't recognize the other person's car, I'm really good with recognizing people's cars if I know what they drive. I mean, I might not know the model of the car, but I know what it looks like. Here we go. Super nervous, but here we go. I just had my therapy appointment. I literally... Oh my god. I don't know how I feel. So it's been a nice day hanging out with my friend. So I had a rough therapy appointment. I say it wasn't rough. It was like something that I needed, I guess. And I'm just exhausted from that. And I have so I've been hanging out with my friend. I was saying to her that I miss going to a particular restaurant that's in Coeur d'Alene, and we actually found one randomly in walking distance from where we were in Sandpoint. I'm like, wow, they're everywhere. So we went to go eat lunch at our favorite restaurant. That's not just in Coeur d'Alene, it's in Sandpoint too. So we did that, and then I just dropped her off somewhere. I'm gonna wait for her to come out, and then I'm just gonna take a nap. I was gonna take a nap, but then I'm waiting also for someone to call me back because it's the perfect time for them to call me, I guess. And yeah. Do you want me to be honest in this video? Sure. Okay, so I just got back to Coeur d'Alene, and I'm gonna go run in to go get something real quick. I did the hour and 10-minute drive back to Coeur d'Alene from Sandpoint to Coeur d'Alene because I was visiting my friend up in Sandpoint. After my therapy appointment. My therapy appointment went somewhere. But I was in a little panic mode about something that I'm picking up. And I'm like, okay. So I called my mom, and my mom knows. So it sounds like you're not doing so great, and I can hear you emotionally upset. So okay, so she hung up on me because she knows I told her I was driving 70 miles down the freeway. So, and yeah, with the freeway stuff, I'm 70 miles per hour. I'm scared about that. I prefer the 65 and whatever. So I hung up on her, texted my therapist, but the thing is, I did the voice thing, Siri, the voice thing, because I was driving. So I was I'm just using Siri, so sorry if this doesn't come out really well. Because when you use Siri as text messaging, oh my gosh, it's so annoying, because it's gonna get something. It might not get exactly what you're saying, but it's gonna get something, and it's gonna send it to them. So okay, so I was basically venting via text, but with the voice thing. And then I realized that wasn't working because I was stressed out, still going 65, 70 down the freeway. So I called the staff member who's great, who's at the house currently, who's spending the night. Basically told her my whole story. I'm I'm 20 minutes away from where I am in Curly. But I'm clearly upset, and we're gonna talk about it when I get back. Because I'm just emotionally so yeah. Yeah, so that's how my drive home went. Hey, I know that video was so all over the place, because I was just editing it through, and I'm missing so many stuff in the video. Well, because I was out, and I'm just gonna film as much as I can, and it wasn't a lot. Okay, so we're just gonna summarize the things that I've already said, obviously, very quickly. I may speed this up, so I'll try to articulate what I'm trying to say.
So I had my therapy appointment. It went. And I hung out with my friend, literally all day in Sandpoint. Love her. I miss her. Back to the the house, the phase 1 house, which is in Sandpoint. So we hung out there, we did some art, we did stuff.
And one of the, I guess, evening time staff members who works at phase 1, who was my advisor in phase 1, I miss her. I have not seen her in forever. I told her, I was like, darn it, I'm gonna probably be gone by the time you're there. Get there. I surprised her. I'm like, hey, how's it going? I'm just gonna leave, but I wanted to say hi to you before I left, and I think it was one of the best decisions for me to stay and just wait it out. So I hung out with my friend for a long time today. And then as I was driving back, I want to go into this a little bit, as vaguely as possible. So here we go. So I was stressing out about something like an adult thing that I had to do. And I don't like doing adult things right now. I know I'm 27 years old and I hate doing the adult things. First I texted I have a group message going with my therapist and my advisor, who are great people. They're amazing. But I sent them a text message of Oscar the dog and me. I got a nice selfie of Oscar the dog. Oscar looks a lot like Winston. And I'm like, hey, I'm having a great time here at Sandpoint visiting Oscar and hanging out with my friend. So I sent them that picture earlier in the day. But then I was like, okay, here we go. And I was literally texting my therapist and my advisor
about my frustrations with the thing that I was frustrated about, which is another adult thing that I have to figure out, because they're...
Should I say it?
I'll probably speed this up too, because I'm like, ugh, I just don't want to say it, but the whole story will make sense if I say it. So I take
medication. That's it. And that's all I'm going to say about it. And I had to... So the thing I was stressed out about was I had to go pick up some, but I wasn't sure what I was picking up because I'm also not aware of what I take, which is not great. I've been talking to my support people, like my advisor, and she's like, we'll work through it. You got this. I mean, I picked up one, but I knew I needed at least 2, and I only picked up 1, so I did another little panic, like, texting these people, like my therapist and my advisor, who are not currently working right now based on the time of day because it's the evening. So I panic called the staff member who's working again. I was like, I'm done driving right now. I just picked up the thing, and I thought I was picking up 2 and not just 1. So I was like panicking over this. And like, hopefully I don't need it tomorrow or something.
Luckily, I didn't.
But stuff like that with like medications is so stressing me out. Like, I got stressed out in my mind. People's like, you guys are stressed over nothing. Well, I was stressed out about it because I was stressed out about it. I called my mom and she hung up on me. I told that story. And then I was venting basically to the staff member who was at the house here. So I was talking to her going 65, 70 miles an hour going down the highway because that was the speed limit in that area. And I was basically venting to her while I was driving back because I was stressed out because I didn't know what I was picking up. But that was the story there. So my friend and I just walked around Sandpoint, and then for a while, and then we went to go get lunch. We had a great time. We appreciated each other's company, especially on this time. She had an errand to run, so I dropped her off there, and then I picked her up and stuff, and then we drove back to the phase 1 house. Like, I saw my advisor, and my advisor works in both places, Sandpoint and in Coeur d'Alene. So I saw her an extra day because I usually don't see her on Wednesdays, and I got to see her. So she's great. She was the first person I stressed out to about the medication stuff. I was like, I need help with it. Oh my god. So I just did a little vent thing to her, and I did a vent thing I was venting, basically telling myself I was venting to people all day long. and I'm exhausted, and it's like 8 something, and I should probably go eat dinner right now before I go to bed, and I'm so tired, and I'm like, tomorrow's gonna be a fun day. So that's how my day went. And you did see what the earlier clip was in the parking lot phone when I was picking up my medicine. I was so out of it. I was like, that's how I am when my thoughts get to me. Like, literally, my brain does not take a break. This is why I get so exhausted, because my brain just worries about stuff like that. I mean, it could be worrying about literally anything. Like, the way I was talking, like, I was a little... I'm just glad that people, when I'm like that, I can call someone. I have the option to call someone. And I don't like calling people when I'm like that, especially, like, my parents. I don't like calling them because they can't really help. So, yeah. I learned a lot of things about myself today. And, again, adulting is rough. And okay, have a nice night. And I'll pulse to you later.